Welcome back, once again adventurers, to Let's Play Robotics Notes Elite. In the last episode, Akiho was trying to get, and in fact did manage to get Junna to help her with repairing Yashiro-kun without actually directly interacting with it. Um, which Junna was pretty much happy to do, except that Akiho now wants to go one step beyond and actually have Junna operate Yashiro-kun for the sake of Doc's happiness, which is probably a bit too much to ask of Junna Daitoko right now, if ever. Meanwhile, Kaito has been trying to follow what Junna has been doing, because it's really imperative that we repair Gojiro-kun Gojiro-kun and get this final flag unlock out of the way. But of course, let's see what's on Twippo. This robot's build is simple. I think even I can do it. And yet you're having Junna help you out. It being simple is very nice. Maintenance is so much easier. I'm glad you feel that way, Akiho. Then you should have made Model 1 simple too, despite doing a whole heap of maintenance on that as well. And more of nothing. And, yes, Irie is still there. Irie is still watching us. Irie is everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Hello, Irie. Goodbye, Irie. Lurking in the darkness. But anyway, repairing Gojiro-kun proves to be more difficult than I anticipated, especially since you're trying to not let on why you're trying to repair and activate Gojiro-kun. While getting advice from Akiho, I'm trying to make the bare minimum repairs necessary to get it running again. That's Kaito for you. Putting in the least amount of effort whenever you can. However, it still ends up taking me days just to figure out which wire is for the power. Working in this ridiculously dark storeroom is hardly making things any easier. To add insult to injury, Gojiro-kun has no wheels, so I can't get it outside easily. I'll just have to manage on my own. Thank you very much for the encouragement there, Irie. Irie's been cheering for me since I started doing work here. I wish I could be as carefree as her. But no, here I am, killing myself over this stupid flag. Regardless, all that's left is to solder one final wire onto the motor. And if the motor itself is busted, well, I'm gonna choose not to think about that. You're pretty screwed if it is, Kaito. I continue working using a flashlight as my only source of light. And at last, the soldering job is complete. Now we just need to test our handiwork. When did I get so sweaty? It's actually pretty nice outside these days, but this storage room is as stuffy as hell.
よし、できた。
完成ですか？すごいです。
It'll be amazing if it actually works.
まったく無駄な時間を費やされたよ。
I'd have been doing nothing but grinding Kill Ballad if it weren't for this flag. Anyhow, that should do the trick. It might not move perfectly, but it should at least power on. After all, that was the flag condition to activate Gojiro-kun.
電源コードはどこだ？
Great. I searched the floor with my hands.
ID はわからないです。
I forgot I can't see
期待し
inside.
てないよ。
It's not long before I find the cable in question. I grab it and plug it into a power strip. I hold my breath and switch Gojiro-kun on. Fingers crossed. But it doesn't move a muscle.
あれ？おかしいな。
I turn the power switch on and off and try disconnecting and reconnecting the power cable a couple of times.
なんでだ？これでいけるはずなんだけど。
At this point, I have no idea what the issue is. I'm not skilled enough to be able to troubleshoot this sort of problem. Well, we're stuck. If this last ditch effort doesn't work, I'll just have to come back another day. Crossing my fingers, I decide to take a look at the power strip itself. The strip in question came from the robot clinic and has an extension cable about 3 meters long. I was hoping that maybe the main power cable was just unplugged or something. I stand up and start walking with my flashlight in hand.
あっ！
My foot catches on another robot. I trip over it and fall over dramatically. Yeah, you're definitely gonna be in pain for a while, Kaito. Dust goes flying all over the place, causing me to cough up a storm. I then look up to find one of Doc's robots about to topple on top of me. I'd rather not get flattened. My body reacts fast and I manage to brace myself and catch the robot before it topples over. It's heavy, but not so heavy that I can't hold it up. Yeah, just be glad you're not 7 years old. Oh wait. Yeah, apologies there, Junna. I grip my teeth as I return it to its standing position.
焦った。
大丈夫ですか？アキホを呼んできましょうか？
いや、いいよ。
I take a seat to catch my breath, and as I lean back, my hands brush against something on the floor. I pick it up. It's absolutely covered in dust. What is it? It seems to be a picture frame of some sort. There's very clearly a photo inside of it.
なんでこんなところに？
Did Doc drop this? If it's in this room, there can only be one reason why it was left behind. I blow off most of the dust and wipe off the rest so I can get a better look at the picture.
これは？
Indeed it is. A photograph of Fujita, a 7-year-old Junna and Yashiro-kun, all smiling.
Jun-chan?
That's when I hear an odd voice coming from outside. A very robotic, monotone voice. Did Akiho finish Yashiro-kun's repairs? I head out of the storage room, photo in hand. This could definitely come in handy, Kaito.
Aki-chan.
Akiho is standing in front of the blue robot, wiping the sweat off her forehead in satisfaction.
Kai, どう？スピーカー交換したらちゃんと喋ったよ。
Still a work in progress, but at least you can now speak. Its eyes, mouth, ears, and chest shine brightly as its thick arms swing up and down at regular intervals. It's still, yeah, pretty scratchy though.
おお、喋ってる喋ってる。でも、ちゃんとじゃないよね。
Well, considering the fact that it's been in storage for 10 years, 11 years.
ちょっと接触悪いのかな。後で調整する。それより見てよ、この吉郎くんの素晴らしさ。腕の機構もちゃんと生きてたんだよ。すごいんだからこれ。
Well, it's actually amazing that you've managed to get him working at this rate.
歯車で腕を動かしてるの、まるでからくり人形みたい。
Robotic marionettes.
なかなか愛嬌あるけど、動きはあんまり面白くないね。
Yeah, it's a bit stiff. All it does is swing his arms up and down and say a couple of words. Then again, back in 2000, this would have been extremely impressive.
でもきっと子供たちにとっては最高のお友達に。あれ、ジュン？
I follow Akiho's gaze to find Junna standing in the distance, a shocked expression on her face. Something's wrong. She's staring at Yashiro-kun, trembling. She's still terrified. She can't forget what happened.
そいつだ。
What did she say? Yashiro-kun continues to speak with his distorted voice, which isn't going to do wonders for Junna's sanity, unfortunately. Junna's expression darkens and she curls up into a ball. She starts shaking her head violently.
あの時、私は押したの。そいつ。
アキちゃん、とりあえずこのロボ喋るの止めて。
Good call, Kaito.
ちょっと待って。
Akiho is fumbling to try and open the back lid. But because she's panicking, she can't quite get it open. Junna uncharacteristically raises her voice. She's having a panic attack. closer to a scream.
純ちゃん落ち着いて。アキちゃん早く止めてってば。
She's doing her best, Kaito.
わかってるよ。
Finally, Akiho manages to turn it off. The light vanishes from Yashiro-kun's eyes, but by then Junna is already sprinting toward the highway. All we can do is watch. Even if we tried to run after her, we'd probably collapse before we got even close. We stand no chance against a real athlete. I sigh and glance down at the picture frame I picked up inside the storeroom. It's an old photo of Junna, Doc, and Yashiro-kun standing next to each other happily. A memory that Junna has no recollection of, given A, that she was 7, and B, what happened afterwards. Then again, that photo could definitely come in useful. The next day, beginning with Twipo, and Akio's still trying to talk to June. How was yesterday? Are you coming to school today? Can I come visit you at class? That's definitely not a good sign. Played 15 minutes, 2 wins and 1 loss. Damn it. Thinking about it, the club members haven't come to pick up the clubroom keys recently. Wonder what they're doing. But of course, Michi being Michi, he's not going to look into it. Which actually is beneficial for us. And, before I forget, today's daily chores. Geotag number 27. Today it's Nagamine and Hanyu. And Akio's bored. After school, Akio comes stumbling over to my desk, or maybe not bored, more worried actually.
ジュンがいよいよ突きつけてきたよ。
Her resignation.
何を？
退部届。
Yeah, called it. You can submit those online, but she apparently went out of her way to write it out on paper. So this is her way of being clear about her intentions, huh? How very Junna. How very Junna indeed.
ほら、昨日のことがあったからね。今日は朝から何度もジュンの教室まで行ったんだけど。
I think a different approach is needed here.
もうロボ部やめるとしか言わなくて。
Because of her trauma with Yashiro-kun, she has a phobia of robots altogether.
しかもね、昼休みなんか、三井さんと山本さんがガードしてきて、ジュンとはまともに話せなかったし。
Well, at least she still has protectors for what that's worth.
三井と山本って誰？
ジュンの友達。
Ah, it's that one tough-looking girl in the hot head.
もしかして、退部届はあの二人の入れ知恵かな。
I don't think they convinced her to do anything. I think this was entirely Junna's decision, Akiho.
どうしようかい。
The Robotics Club has lost its first member.
退部届はね、受け取らずになんとか逃げてきたんだけど。
going to have to deal with this situation,
こ
I'm
のまま
afraid.
じゃ純にロボを好きになってもらうどころか余計嫌いになってロボ部をやめてっちゃうことに。
I lightly tapped the dejected Akio's shoulder.
アキちゃん、俺さ、
え、何？
今日ちょっと用事あるんで、ロボクリニックには後から行くわ。
Looks like Kaito has something up his sleeve.
何それ？用事って？
しよ
純のところに説得に行ってくれないの？
う。昨日の今日だし、しばらく様子見た方がいい。
Probably a good idea.
いい格言を教えてあげるよ。押してダメなら引いてみろってね。
それ恋愛の格言か何かじゃなかった？
For a minute there, you sounded a bit like Michi, but then again, Kaito is a bit more reliable than Michi, despite his usual intent to dive into Kill Ballad. I flash her a smile and silently exit the classroom. Akiho continues to whine behind me, but I head out as her complaints bounce off my back. Don't worry, Akiho. Kaito has all the ammunition he needs to deal with this situation.
さてと。
Let's see. Is there anything I missed? Yeah, there's this. Another scooter. Geotag number 41, MFU 555X. Conda Super Club, registered by Takumi Inui, registered 17th of March 2018. Cho Tanagashima High, registration number 255. I already got that one. Is there any others? No, that appears to be it. No new updates on Twippo. I lean against my scooter and whip out my Pokégon. That personal business is this. Locating Kimijima report number 4. After Junna left yesterday, I kept making adjustments to Yashiro-kun until I got him working. That's a good sign. I only managed to get his lights to turn on. His stamping function was long dead. Even so, that was enough to set the flag according to Irie. It never said that he had to be in working condition. Well, working enough to actually be considered active, I guess. I finally managed to set all the report number 4 flags. Yay! Which means that the report's annotation should be visible somewhere in a location unknown to both Irie and Sister Centipede, as usual. It's taken me almost an entire month to get this far. I've been through a whole lot, and then some. Now I've just gotta find the damn thing.
アイリちゃん。
I wait until the students nearby leave, then call for Irie. A moment later, a wild Irie appears. Hello, wild Irie. Irie cheerfully responds. I immediately tap her forehead to summon Sister Centipede.
アクセスを確認しました。
And the transformation is complete.
消しネーモードに移行します。
君島レポートナンバー4はどこにあるか予測はつく？
Not holding my breath here, Kaito.
フラグから判断するのが近道かと思われます。
Hmm. That's unfortunate. In the previous instances, the flags were always in the same vicinity as, well, the report was usually in the same vicinity as the flags, at least for the first three. Yeah, the first flag was in the Minamitane Community Center. Can't really recall where the second flag was, not that it matters at this point since we already got the report. But the third flag was at the cavern along with the report, or flags, I should say, multiple. But this time was a little bit different because we had to do a variety of things. Yeah, uploading photos via 4 different locations at a park, test firing a matchlock gun with Sumio, and yeah, and yeah, getting Gojiro-kun active again. That was at the robot clinic. So definitely got our work cut out for us this time, Kaito.
ナンバー4のフラグのうち、位置が特定できそうなものは以下の3つです。フラグその2、種子島の4カ所のおすすめポイントから撮影したロケットの打ち上げ写真をイルオにアップロードする。
Well, that's 4 different locations already.
おすすめポイントの4カ所は以下の通りでした。長谷展望公園、宇宙が丘公園、七色坂展望台、竹崎展望台。
Hasui Tembo Park and Uchigoka Park, the Nairizoka viewing platform, and Takesaki Observatory.
フラグその3、ロボクリニックに保管されている五次郎くんを起動する。ロボクリニックは中種町と南種町の境、長谷の交差点付近にあります。フラグその4、ジオタグを付与した火縄銃を1発以上試射する。種子島には火縄銃に関する記念碑や歴史的な遺物を展示する場所が複数存在します。
I don't think that's going to be too many locations to deal with if we have to search for anything related to matchlock guns, but I'm sure Kaito hasn't failed to notice the theme here with these tasks. They all have to do with testing this time.
全部回ろうと思うとかなり分散してるから時間がかかる。
Having said that, we don't really know how the different flag tasks tie in with the Kimijima reports themselves.
いくつか場所を絞り込みたい。
以上の条件から絞り込むとすれば、
We have 5 locations.
ロボクリニック、長谷展望公園、宇宙が丘公園、門倉岬、種子島宇宙センター。
So the clinic, 2 parks, the center, and Cape Kadokura. That's news to me. Cape Kadokura, a cape located on the southernmost end of Tanegashima. On August 25th, 1543, guns were introduced to Japan by a Portuguese ship that washed the shore on Cape Kadokura. The cape now features a monument for the event as well as Misaki Shrine, both of which are popular tourist destinations. Misaki Shrine, eh?
そのあたりが妥当かと思われます。
Oh, five's better than nothing. With that info, I'll just check out each place one by one until I find it.
じゃ、行くとしますか。
Let's indeed. I really hope the AR annotation will show itself at one of these locations. I guess I'll use the loot map to pick up potential spots. We will indeed. Actually, hold on. Oh, I got it. Yes, Kaito, got you the first time. Hmm. Be nice. Yeah, there we go. There we go. It's all the way down the south, all the way down the southern end of the island. We go to Cape Karakura first. And away we go on Kaito's trusty scooter. Long way away from our current position. Yeah, this is gonna take a while. This is Cape Karakura. Could the Kimijima report be here? Well, let's find out. But first, dealing with a Twippo from Akiho. Going to Robot Clinic solo today. I thought Kai was getting motivated, but that was only in the beginning. Repairing was fun. Seeing them fixed was fun. But right now I'm just feeling sad. Since Junna is leaving the club. Kaito of the past would say that, but things are different now. And I don't think Akiho needs to hear that. Say this, Aki-chan, just keep being yourself. Staying positive for no reason is your best quality, even though that's kind of a Kaito thing to say. Very much Kaito thing to say there. And let's look around, see if we can find this, Masaki Shrine. Masaki Shrine, enshrined deity, Ukun Nushi no Mikoto, Hori no Mikoto. Well, that looks very similar to the shrine at Amada Beach, but let's see. Well, visitor's place over there. I don't think we're... Yeah, I think that this was a waste of time to show up here. I think Cape Karakura is done, so to the Science Space Museum we go. Second time lucky? This is the Space Science Museum located inside the Tanegashima Space Center. Could the report be here? We'll find out. H2 rockets, and the N1 rocket, but seeing a power mark. There's the building. No power marks there. No power marks there. None on the side. That would be way too obvious, actually. Nope, not here. I'm seeing nothing. Absolutely nothing. Space Center then. Uchigoka Park. Here we come. Eliminating things one place at a time. We'll get it eventually, Kaito. It's only a process of elimination. This is Uchigoka Park. Could it be here? Again, check. There's the community center. First report was, but might get lucky. Chance of it being here actually. No, yeah, this is where the second report was. The dish tower. We figured it out in the end. So. So the first two reports were here, and the third report was at the cavern. Yeah, it's too convenient for too convenient for most of the reports to be hidden in the same vicinity. Never know. But I'm not seeing definitely not seeing a lag or anything there. Won't head to the robot clinic. Maybe we should. Is that where we were testing? Oh, that's where we had to go to fix Yashiro-kun. Couldn't hurt to look. Definitely couldn't hurt to look. And if it's not here, we've got one place left. This is a robot clinic. Akiho's here messing around with Yashiro-kun's wiring. Oh. God damn it. Could the report be here? I thought that messed up, but no. But I think I think I might have screwed us by coming here. But then again, she was going to notice anyway. I really wanted a power mark to be here, but I'm not seeing one. This junk. By the door, nothing. It's the geotopia already. Robot clinic since 2001. I'm not seeing it. Maybe it's over here. No. No, I don't think it's here, Kaito. I definitely don't think it's here. So, last location. Hasetembo Park it is. Bye, Akiho. Sorry about wasting your time. Yeah, she's gonna be mad at you, Kaito. She's really going to be mad. This is Hasetembo Park.
はーい。アイリが見てますよ。
Could the Kimijima report be here? Well, given that random outburst from Irie, I think that might be an omen. Either that or Irie's glitching out. But why would the report be here, of all places? I mean, it would have made sense for the report. I mean, it would have been interesting if the report was actually at the robot clinic. But I guess not. I guess not. Obviously not by the trees. It's on the roof. It's not on the horizon. There's the giant launch station over there. And off in the distance. The only thing really is this visitor's place here. I'm actually not seeing. Huh. That picked up there. I'm not seeing anything, but I know I saw the thing. No, I think I do see something there. It could be it, or it could be nothing. Lo and behold, look at that. Kimijima report. That power mark was actually very hard to see there, not
君
gonna
島
lie.
レポートナンバー4を取得しました。
But the report has been obtained at last. Hooray! Now we get to see more of Kimijima's thoughts. Perfect. But before we get into that, thanks, Kai. I'm gonna do what I can. I believe we can be friends with robots. Yeah. Apologies for ditching you earlier, but business calls. I'll just go ahead and read it now. There's no one to be found in this gigantic park. Makes sense. It was a park built for watching rocket launches after all. But then, with that, with that said, it really could have been anywhere on the island. It's way too big and there are only a few pieces of playground equipment. Locals would never come here on a weekday. I lie down on the grass and pull up the report on my Pokécom. Let's see what you have to say, Ko. I wonder if it's going to read it again. Oh, nope. I didn't want to do that. I did not want to do that. There is not a single company that is more familiar with the propaganda than the Tavistock Institute. The Institute alone possesses at least 1 century's worth of research at minimum. Oh. Ah! No! Come back! Come back! Don't do that. I thought Kaito was going to read it again, but I guess not. Anyway, the true value and purpose of such knowledge displayed itself in the 1900s during World War I and II. What the Institute does is guide individuals to follow in the direction of the group's will and to abandon their own. The success of such guidance can be attributed to the government's assistance during war times, but when utilized in times of peace it proved far less effective. Realizing this, they withdrew and began to research and into how to subtly invade the unconscious of man in everyday life. Utilizing this knowledge, it became obvious that the Committee of 300 was able to control major media networks all over the world thanks to their connections with Tavistock. The subliminal messages one would find on various TV broadcasts, the ones that would face controversy for a time, were an immature prototype of propaganda that barely qualified as brainwashing. In recent years, they have abandoned such practices, instead electing to wait in the shadows for any opportunity to guide the minds of men as they go about their everyday lives. This is not something to be dismissed merely as someone else's problem. This is something that applies to you who are reading this report as well. You're in a position where you must take great caution in your everyday life. No matter where they lie, they will erode everyone and everything. Ooh, that's deep. That's actually... First part of the report was definitely a bit more vague than usual, but still related to the Committee of 300's insidious plot. But yeah, Kaito, I think you should take the sentence there really seriously from now on. This battle is not being fought on a massive scale in the manners such as public opinion, but on the level of individual consciousness. You have to understand that the ideas you thought you decided on of your own volition were instead chosen for you while they peered into your thoughts. It is dangerous to trust your own thoughts 100% of the time. I would recommend that you decentralize your thoughts to reduce the risk of brainwashing. My predictions are not ones that can be applied to the societal level, but only the personal level. Although data sharing systems via cloud computing were essential to society's infrastructure, neither corporations nor media truly know the serious danger lurking within. Despite the fact that all risks were previously decentralized have now been concentrated in a single location, the standards of computer security remain unchanged. Because of this, major leaks of personal information are inevitable, and these standards must be acknowledged and addressed quickly in order to avoid such occurrences. Project Mars is in essence unaffiliated with Project Atom. It is merely a project running parallel to it, and both projects are authored by the Committee of 300. Should circumstances permit it, there is a chance that both projects will be combined to perform simultaneous terrorist attacks. If that were to happen, human society would plunge deeper and deeper into chaos. As of 2009, Project Mars does not pose a threat. The project is still in its experimental stages, but within 10 to 20 years from now, the situation will undoubtedly change. I truly hope that society has not been inundated with the horrifying entities known as robots, but my fear lies in the fact that the Tavistock Institute is capable of tricking every human being on Earth into believing their presence to be a popular trend, so such an event is indeed possible. The primary objective of Project Mars is a robotic uprising. It is a vulgar idea that seems as if it were ripped straight from a science fiction novel, but you cannot foolishly disregard it or laugh it off as such. Depending on the situation, robots could easily replace humans. If Project Atom were to fail in 2015, the next major solar storms are predicted to arrive in 2019 and 2020. After that, the sun will enter a period of stability for a short while. In other words, this period of maximum solar activity is a convenient trigger for the Committee of 300. It would not be an incorrect assumption to say that for the next decade, Earth will be a favorable testing ground for the Committee of 300. Excuse me. For the Committee of 300. You will need to be suspicious of abnormal weather phenomena, and if possible, collect data of any unusual traces that do occur. Such data will surely show traces of Tavistock. Perhaps that's why Irie is so interested in talking about the weather. What did I just read? Good question.
前から思ってたけど、君島光さんって話が長いタイプだったでしょ。もっと要点まとめてほしかったな。
I don't think it's wise to take his words lightly though, Kaito.
ヤシオさんは読書が苦手なのですか？
読書も勉強も苦手だよ。だからこのレポート読むのは結構きつい。
There's no more info in here about the exoskeleton company. That's only one piece of the puzzle, Kaito. That's honestly the only thing I cared about. That said, there are a few things I found interesting. That's good to know.
"ロボットブームがタビストック研究所によるプロパガンダの結果かもしれない」っていうのは面白いな。
I mean, robots exploded in popularity over the last 10 years, and more besides. More than just a decade. People like to say that the gun barrel anime was the trigger for it all, but...
でもガンバレルの最終話にはサブリミナル映像が含まれてたんだっけ？
that there were. Which means that gun barrel itself could have been a vehicle for propaganda. Too true. But why? To make Project Whatever a success? That could have something to do with it. Now, of course, Project Mars and Project Atum have nothing to do with subliminal brainwashing, but I digress. How does that have anything to do with robots becoming more popular? Did you read about Project Mars? Just like the report said, the whole robot rebellion shtick was fake news, so...
ゲジネーの感想は？
ゲジネーは感想を言う立場にはありません。よってヤシオさんの質問にはノーコメントとさせていただきます。
Yeah, I don't think we're ever going to know what she really thinks about the Kimijima reports, if ever.
あ、そう。
But that was to be expected. This sucks. Maybe I should give Frau a call. Last time I saw her was back when the final episode leaked, which was about a month ago.
ゲジネ、次のレポートのフラグを教えてよ。
君島レポートナンバー5の AR アノテーションを可視化するためのフラグをダウンロードします。
A rest for the weary then.
完了。
Report number 5, here we
レポー
come.
トナンバー5のフラグをお伝えします。1、君島レポートナンバー4を発見している。ゲジネより注釈。フラグ1はすでに達成済み。
Default flag, of course.
2、旧種子島空港の滑走路。ポイント A からポイント B までを5分以内に走り切る。
Say what?
ポイント A およびポイント B の詳細な地点についてはマップを参照してください。
The old airport, huh?
もしかして滑走路の端から端までとか言わないでよ。そんなの俺死んじゃうから。
ヤシオさんの推測が正解です。滑走路の端から端までおよそ1600メートルを走る必要があります。
So, one side of the airport to the other in 5 minutes.
勘弁してよ。俺の中学時代の1500メートル持久走の記録知ってるわけ？
Yeah, I don't think running was your strong suit.
7分超えだよ、7分超え。
I was literally second to last among my male peers.
2分縮めるなんて無茶でしょ。
Plus, with my current health situation, I can't do intensive exercise.
フラグ3、
Says the centipede, it completely ignores my sincere excuse and continues with a blank expression on her face. Oh well.
中種町中央運動公園の陸上競技場トラックを60秒で周回する。
っておいおい。
A marathon lap at the Central Athletic Park in under 60 seconds. What the hell is up with this set? What kind of hyper meathead series of flags is this? Yeah, it was only a matter of time before we started to get into hardcore territory.
中央種子島高校弓道場で矢を的の中心に当てる。
A bullseye at the club dojo. And unlike the go-kart flag during the second report find, we're not going to be able to cheese our way through this one.
以上です。
Well, good luck, Kaito.
ある意味これまでで一番きついフラグかもね。
You say that, and then we get to reports number 6 and 7.
台風が可愛く見えるレベルだ。ワンチャンすらない。お手上げ。
Yeah, it was fun while it lasted. GG, GG. That is quite the poser. As usual, information regarding the next report, number 6, is locked. My motivation is declining at a staggering rate. I don't even care anymore. Whatever happens, happens. I sigh and gaze up at the clouds as I stretch my arms and legs across the grass. Yeah, it was only a matter of time, Kaito. We actually hit, when we actually hit that level of difficulty in trying to get the final Kimijima reports. That is going to be it for this episode of Let's Play Robotics Notes Elite, and when we return, adventurers, Kaito apparently is paying a visit to Junna. As always, until next we meet.